It is 2026, my friends, and we have to understand that search engines, they are on the way out. It's time that we learn how to use artificial intelligence tools effectively. I've talked about Boldin's AI before. In this video, I've created a more comprehensive guide that provides high-power AI prompts and techniques specifically designed for DIY retirement planners. You can use this information with any of the popular AI tools, not just Boldin. Keep watching so that you can get the most out of artificial intelligence. If this is your first time watching the channel, I'm David. Thank you so much for taking valuable time out of your day. If you find that this video has been worth watching, then please give it a like. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe so that you don't miss more content like this. Let's start with an important security warning. Never, never, never put personally unique identifying information into an AI tool. This includes things like account numbers or social security numbers. We are covering a ton of information today. There are going to be lots of words. If you would like the notes on creating effective prompts, as well as some, I hope, useful examples, I've put links to 2 downloadable documents in the notes below. I hope you find these additional resources to be helpful. To know what you need to do regarding prompts, you need to know what not to do. So first, let's talk about bad prompts. So you download your financial software's retirement plan, or you get a spreadsheet from your retirement planner. You upload that into ChatGPT and you ask it, review the retirement plan I just uploaded. This is a bad prompt. You've just given the world's most informed 5-year-old an open-ended question. The problem is you don't know what you might get back. To be effective, prompts have to be focused and bounded. Here's one framework you can use to help create more powerful artificial intelligence prompts. So how is a good prompt structured? An effective query will have these components: role, context, tasks, and constraints. The role sets the intelligence level and the tone. This tells the AI in part how you want your query executed. Act as a CFP specializing in high net worth tax optimization. You are a professional retirement planner. You are my retiring planning expert. You can also set the tone for the conversation. Be friendly and encouraging, or be a devil's advocate, or keep your tone professional and straightforward. The context establishes your facts. This could be a description of your current financial state. I'm 5 years from retirement and I have $1 million IRA. Or I'm 62 years old. I'm married with a net worth made up of a home, an IRA, a 401k, and savings totaling $1.5 million. This could also take the form of an uploaded detailed document, maybe something you've created or something from a CFP or something generated by your retirement planning software. It could also be multiple documents, like a general description text document and a financial spreadsheet. The task is simply what you're asking the AI tool to do. This needs to be more than, does my retirement plan look okay? Or can I retire soon? You need to be specific. Tell it, perform a Monte Carlo analysis. Review my federal income tax situation. Find opportunities to reduce lifetime taxes. Or maybe something like, examine my plan regarding end-of-life care. Have I planned correctly for long-term care? Also, at least today, it's better to ask it to perform 1 or 2 tasks rather than 10 or 20. Sometimes the AI can struggle with logic when you ask it to do too many analyses simultaneously. If you find that it's absolutely necessary to ask it to perform multiple tasks, make sure you break the requests into discrete modules. Don't just bunch all the tasks into a series of questions and a paragraph. For example, give it a bulleted list. It could be as simple as that. Next, The artificial intelligence needs constraints. Remember me asking you to think of the AI as a well informed 5-year-old? You need to put boundaries on your tasks. Constraints include statements like use 3.5% inflation, or do not use home equity, or exclude all illiquid assets from the success rate calculation. These boundaries will help keep the AI from straying into unrealistic assumptions. And speaking of constraints, there are a few things you can do to help prevent the AI tool from hallucinating. First, require it to show its work and any mathematical assumptions. Second, explicitly tell it what unreliable sources to exclude. Do not use these information sources: Reddit, Facebook, YouTube, and so forth. I also like to add a phrase something like this: if you are unsure of a fact, or if the provided context does not contain the answer, state that the information is not available rather than attempting to guess. Large language models are notorious for wanting to please you with their answer. So, a statement like this gives the AI permission to simply not know and makes it less likely to fabricate information. You need to tell our little software brain the format in which you'd like to receive the results. Do you want lots of details, lots of background information and explanations? Or do you want a checklist or just a simple bullet point list of findings? Do you want the results summarized in a table, or do you want some kind of a graphic? Do you need for it to make a downloadable PDF file? Just tell the AI the way you want to see the information. Well, now that I've shown you a way to build a good prompt, let's look at 3 examples of what I think would be high leverage things you could ask an AI about your financial plan. If you would like a copy of these examples plus 7 more, I've linked a downloadable document with 10 prompt examples in the notes below. I hope that you find them helpful. Most DIY planners understand what they have, but the sequence of withdrawals can save or cost hundreds of thousands of dollars in lifetime taxes. This prompt forces the AI to look past simple withdrawals and consider the silent cost of retirement, like IRMA surcharges. So let's walk through this prompt and see how it fits the framework. First, it sets the role. Act as a senior retirement tax strategist. Then it sets the context. I have 3 primary buckets for retirement: a taxable brokerage account, a tax deferred 401k IRA, and a tax free Roth IRA. Now it sets a constraint. Assume a target annual retirement income of fill in the blank. Now you create the task. Please analyze the pros and cons of different withdrawal sequences, specifically comparing taxable first versus pro rata versus tax bucket topping withdrawals. Factor in how these choices affect my modified adjusted gross income and potential IRMA surcharges in Medicare. Now we tell the AI how we want to see the information. Create a decision matrix for which bucket to tap first based on different market conditions. And now finally, we add a phrase to help limit hallucinations. Before giving the final recommendation, explain the mathematical assumptions you're making regarding inflation, sequence of returns, and tax law. Many DIYers look at Social Security in a vacuum. This prompt forces the AI to look at the interconnectivity of assets. So let's look at the structure of this prompt. First, we set the role: act as a Social Security optimization expert. In this case, we go ahead and give it the task before we set the context, and that's perfectly fine. I need to compare the financial impact of claiming Social Security at age 62 versus age 70. Do not just provide a simple break-even age. Instead, calculate the opportunity cost of waiting. Now we set the context. Assume that if I claim at 62, I can leave fill in the blank amount in my investment portfolio to continue growing at fill in the blank percentage. If I wait until 70, I must withdraw that same amount from my portfolio to cover living expenses. And then you tell it how you want the data delivered to you. Provide a year-by-year comparison of total net worth up to age 95, factoring in a 2.5 annual COLA for Social Security benefits. The bucket strategy is a psychological and mechanical safeguard for your financial plan. This prompt provides a specific refill protocol. This prompt also shows how the framework can be very flexible. As long as the elements are there and they're in some kind of an organized manner, the AI can generally handle them. So let's take a look at this. First sets the role. You are my financial planner. Straightforward. Next, the context comes from something that you have uploaded into the system. Using the information in the uploaded financial plan, right? So it's telling it where to find the context. Next, we have tasks. Help me design a bucket strategy for the first 10 years of retirement. Bucket 1 should cover 2 years of expenses. Bucket 2 should cover years 3 through 7. Bucket 3 is for year 8 and beyond. And then the final part of the prompt gives both more tasks and then an output format. Given an annual budget of fill in the blank, calculate the exact dollar amounts for each bucket. Then provide a refill protocol. Explain exactly how and when I should move money from bucket 3 to bucket 2 and bucket 2 to bucket 1 to maintain the strategy without selling equities during a market correction. Sometimes thinking negatively can yield big positive dividends. Here's a pro tip. Use AI to shoot holes in your plan. One of the most effective ways to use an artificial intelligence tool is to have it attack. So use the following prompt format. I want you to act as a devil's advocate financial auditor. Your goal is to find the single points of failure in this plan regarding healthcare inflation, longevity risk, and legislative risk. And that's it for this video. As a reminder, if you want those documents I mentioned, they are linked in the show notes below. Anyway, I hope that your retirement, Sophie and I hope that your retirement is even better than you could have ever imagined. Take care.